In today's video, I'm going to break down the best run play in all of college football 25 and teach you how to use it to beat every single defense in the entire game. This is going to be a two-play run combo, and you're going to want to make sure you stay tuned through the end of the video because then I'm going to show you guys how to run it in an actual scheme that will make it even better. Now, if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video. I do daily content for college football 25, and today we're going to help you guys improve your run game. Now, my name is Duke. I run Sportsgamerz.com, and for the past 20 years, I've helped thousands and thousands of gamers get better. Today, we're going to help you. We're going to look at the Alabama playbook on offense, the single back tight, Y-off flex. Now, I want you guys to set some audibles. We want to look at the wide zone and the HB dive specifically. These two runs, when ran together, will beat every defense in the game. And honestly, the Alabama playbook is, in my opinion, the best playbook in the game. If you like running the ball, you're going to have great success with this playbook, but they also have very good shotgun formations as well, a lot of good RPOs, which we'll get into towards the end of the video. Now, when I say best run play in the game, I'm talking about the wide zone. This is the best run in the game, and when I say run, I mean actual run. There's some glitchy like option plays and stuff like that, but if you just like, a standard run game, this is your best bet. Now, the best run defenses in the game are generally going to be either cover 4 or cover 0. The reason for this is cover 4 and cover 0, the safeties are going to immediately play the run. So one of the most unique things about this play is it absolutely carves up cover 0 and cover 4 defenses. Now I'm going to show you guys how to beat every defense in the game, but first I want to focus on these because these are the best. Now, what you're going to notice here is if you look at your play art, you'll see that the two receivers on the left, they have vertical assignments going about 10-ish yards downfield. This is known as a runoff. Now, in any sort of man defense, including cover 0, you're going to notice that the guys that are manned up to those two players on the left, they're going to run 10 to 15 yards downfield before they even start to defend the run and recognize it's a run. So if I see cover 0 or any sort of man coverage, what I like to do is flick my right analog stick left or right, basically to the left, to run this to the left. Now, if I wanted to run it to the right, I could just keep it to the right by default. But when I run it to the left, you guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Those defenders on the left side of the screen, they don't even realize it's a run play. So take a look at the replay here, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Any sort of man defense, even cover 0, notice how the man defenders, look, they run downfield as if this is a pass play on the left side of the field, and then they end up getting blocked, and that's why I'm able to easily score a touchdown here almost without getting touched. Now, one of the most unique things about this run and best thing about this run is you can run it left or right. If you want to run it left, flick the right analog stick to the left, but you can also run it to the right. You'll notice that this is a symmetrical formation. You have two players on each side, a tight end and a receiver on the right, two receivers on the left. Good blocking both ways, but like I said, if it's man, you'll definitely want to run it to the left. Now, if it's cover 4, you could run it either way. We're going to go show you guys a few examples here. We'll run it left, then right. I personally prefer this run a little bit more to the left, but it really is good either way. As you guys can see here, to the left is pretty nice. You can see you've got about 5-ish yards there. Some of them running to the right. This is, it's a good run regardless. You're able to get those consistent 4 to 5 yard chunks. One thing to note here is this play really does have home run potential, but it's also very consistent. I mean, you're never really going to get less than 3 to 4 yards, maybe 5. And as you guys see there, every other play could be a touchdown. Now, so you've seen me kill cover 4, seen me kill cover 0. Another pretty good run defense is the cover 2. Now, cover 2 is a bit different than cover 4 and cover 0 because in cover 2, you're going to end up having the outside corners be more aggressive in the run, not the safeties. And you'll see the same thing here. We can run this to the left or right. It's going to be equally effective. Those outside corners, they don't get involved really because the receivers that are in compressed and tight, they're going to block them more times than not. If you want to get better at college football 25 and win more games, check out my college football VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. Put the link to order in the comments and the description. You will get access to all the content I release for college football all year long, including the best offense in the game, the best defense in the game, my secret A-gap blitzes, my rollout glitch, my run defense, and my pass defense, and much more. Let's dominate together, boys. And you're going to notice here, again, I can do this. This is extremely consistent. We're able to get just chunk after chunk after chunk. Now, you can run this left or right. It doesn't matter. It's good either way. We'll go right here. You're going to see, same thing. very consistent yardage here. 10-ish yards before we're even getting touched. Keep in mind, I am running 3-4 odd, one of the best run defenses in the game. Now, we're going to make it so they can't even run 3-4 odd because we're going to actually make a scheme in a second here to where we're going to prevent that. But for now, just know that this will beat all the best run defenses. Now, another thing about this is if they're just tired of you running wide every play, this is when you have to dive in your audibles. So say someone comes out in something like this, a spread out line, lots of DBs on the field, just simply audible to the dive. One of the best things about this dive is even though it's designed to go to the right, as you guys could see, you can easily cut back left. You don't have to run right. Like here, you'll notice that it seemed like they were getting a little bit more of a push on the right. So I simply went back, cut it back to the left, and then I spun outside. If you have a good running back spin, you're easily able to, honestly, even though we cut it back left, also spin outside to get outside of these receivers. I was this close for breaking this for a touchdown. Now, like I said, we're really wanting to prevent them from even being able to play defenses like 3-4 odd to begin with. So the reason why I like Alabama playbook so much is I can just audible from the shotguns to these under center formations to run the ball. So like Alabama has a ton of good RPOs. The trips tight end and bunch tight end, they're really, really good. Like this RPO read Y flat play right here, it's pretty glitchy. This formation right here has some glitchy stuff too. It has a RPO the opposite way. But normally, like I said, the trips stuff is really going to be difficult to defend. If you're getting, in 3-4 odd or those types of defenses, you're going to have huge problems. So imagine you come out in 3-4 odd here. We call this read RPO. You're going to notice, I can just throw this out here every time, and that's a free 5 yards. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but, all it takes is one broken tackle, and that's a touchdown. So a lot of people, they're not even going to try to play this type of defense once they see you in this formation. Once you guys start coming out in these 3 receiver formations, shotgun formations that have good RPOs, generally speaking, most players are going to start to run some sort of nickel or even dime. They're not really going to feel comfortable sitting in something in 3-4 odd. The great thing about this is we can easily just audible down from shotgun to the under center. So we can come out of shotgun to force them to play different defense. Then once we see they're in a different defense, we can still audible down to the single back formation. We can run the wide zone and the dive as long as we put them in our audibles. Now I want you guys to notice anytime someone's in a nickel formation, I would recommend running opposite the nickel back. When someone's in like a dime, they got 2 slot corners, or even a 3-4 odd, they have 2 outside linebackers. Whichever side you run to is kind of the same, but a nickel, there's only one nickel back, and then you have the numbers the opposite way. So you guys can see here, the nickel's on the left, I'll run to the right. Again, worst case, you're getting about 4 yards. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.